We have so many fond recollections, and when I say we, I'm pretending that Jacob is still standing by me. But I believe I speak for us both when I say we have fond recollections of growing up with a Norwegian in our household almost every year of our lives. And it wasn't Lee or Gail, so secrets unveiled. But we just thought it was kind of crazy. We've been talking about this a little bit, about having, we always had an older brother or sister, so we were always the middle and youngest child. And then there were a couple of years where my parents said, well, you know, it's your big year, Rachel, you're going to graduate, so we won't have anybody else competing with you during that time. And then I was actually the eldest, and boy, did that feel strange. So I have middle child syndrome because of all our exchange students, but I don't actually deserve to say that biologically, so it's just kind of an interesting phenomenon. But it's been fun because my parents gave me these long sheaths of picture holders. They're these faux leather-looking boxes, and you pull out these bizarre sheets of flip. You know what I'm talking about, you older people in here. You don't deal with this technology this time, but I have thousands, it seems like, of pictures growing up with all of these exchange students. So I said, let's put them into a video. And then even better yet, I was brainstorming with Jill before the ceremony, and I said, let's get all the exchange students that can possibly do it to send in a video greeting for Lee. And so we made a really, really amazing video, and by we I mean David. And he is fabulous with technology, and I'm not so good, but I've got the big ideas sometimes. So we used a smattering of these great old pictures, and maybe even some Super 8 film footage. And yes, and we're gonna pump up the volume, and we hope you enjoy some greetings from Norway and other places around the globe.
Dear Lee.
Hi Lee, greetings from Oslo on this very special occasion.
Hello Lee, happy birthday.
Hi Lee, this is Tetsuya from Japan.
Hi Lee, this is Matt and Till from Switzerland.
Hi Lee, hi from Sweden. This is Bengt, remember me?
Hello Lee, happy birthday and
congratulations Lee on being awarded the St. Olav Medal.
In your area, I met the most Norwegians I ever met.
Hello, Lee. This is Ingvild from Norway.
Hip hip, hooray, hooray, hooray. Greetings, Lee and Geir from us in Linköping.
Hi, Lee! Happy birthday! And congratulations with your St. Olav medal. Gratulerer med dagen, 75 år, wow!
Congratulations, Lee. Hi, remember me? It's Robin from YFU. I want to congratulate you. I understand the Norwegian consulate is awarding you with the St. Olaf Medal. I can't imagine anyone being more deserving for your lifetime of spreading Nordic culture in the United States and within the YFU program. Lee, you started off as a volunteer and then an area representative, then a host father. You ran our Study Abroad program, and the entire region of the southeast corner of Minnesota was yours. You brought so much knowledge about the Nordic culture and other cultures to your area and to local kids and kids abroad. You navigated full school year programs with kids and their host families. You have literally been the school coordinator, the orientation coordinator, and you have volunteered hundreds, if not thousands, of volunteer hours with YFU. If there was a Lifetime Achievement Award for that, you'd be receiving that as well. Lee, congratulations. I'm so happy for you and so proud of what you have taught me about the Nordic culture. Congratulations.
It's nice to be with you on this great day. Through the last 45 years, you have opened your home for so many young students, and luckily you got especially interested in Norway. Through the years, you have been a true ambassador for Norway, and spread a lot of knowledge about our country. You really deserve to receive the St. Olav Medal. Congratulations.
Hi Lee, greetings from Oslo on this very special occasion. I was thrilled to hear that you're receiving the St. Olav's Medal. It couldn't have happened to a nicer and more well-deserving person. Already back when I was an exchange student with Lee and Gail in 1976-77, so more than 40 years ago, Lee was using every opportunity to inform about Norway and make connections. One episode that I particularly remember was when Lee invited me or convinced me to come to his 5th grade class to make a presentation about my home country, Norway. It turned out to be a great occasion to meet these very curious and very well prepared 5th grade students, and I also remember the very warm and open atmosphere of the classroom that was very much Lee's creation. All in all, this made for a very rewarding, for me and hopefully also for the students, cultural exchange. So this is just one small example of how Lee has worked over the years in small and big ways to inform about Norway. So Lee, congratulations with the award. Have a wonderful ceremony and a wonderful day, and hope to see you back in Oslo very soon. Bye-bye.
Hello Lee, happy birthday and congratulations on your award, the St. Olav Medal. It's so very well deserved, since you've been devoting so much of your life to having foreign students at your house and placing them in your area. So we are all very proud now of you, and a little bit proud ourselves, of course. I'm hoping your birthday is going to be a good one, since you get this special birthday present this year. I'm sure there's a lot of friends and family with you to celebrate, to have a good time. Here you can see our city, Drammen, in all its winter pride, with these enormous amounts of snow we've had this winter, and below freezing temperatures. Okay? Hope to see you soon, and it would be nice to be there with you on your big day. 75 years, that's quite an achievement too. So, have a good day.
Hi Lee, this is Tetsuya from Japan. Congratulations. Yes, I learned UFTA from you, and that must be the reason this award, right? But for me, you've done much more than that. Since I met you in 1981, your support to me changed my whole life, of course into a better one. You took me out for taking a walk during the freezing winter time in Minnesota, and you used me for practice of acting at a play. But all of these experiences helped me to survive in IBM research. And I also won many awards, including Outstanding Technical Achievement Awards at IBM, and awards from academic societies and Japanese government, and because of the experience. So thank you, and congratulations, UFTA.
Congratulations to you, St. Olav Medal, for your achievements to the advancement of Norwegian heritage and all you did for your exchange students. What do we remember about Caledonia and Lee?
I remember going to the root beer stand and going to the fitness center.
That was 7 years ago. Anyway, still memorable. I mostly remember musical things that we did in school, and of course all the places we went to with Lee and Rachel and Gail, and well, Jacob wasn't around then yet, and playing in sousaphone in the band or singing in jazz choir. That's what comes to my memory first. And of course Lee's obsession with genealogy, which I still should dig into more, but we'll find his Swiss branch, we'll find out about that more. So Hannes is not here, he's in Lucerne studying, and Bernadette is also away, and Merit is in Bern. But hi from them all, and congrats again.
Congrats, Lee.
Hi Lee, hi from Sweden. This is Bengt, remember me? Walking in the city of Uppsala. I know that I have lost competition, the competition on your focus to Norway. I did that long ago, I know that, and that is something I can't really cope with. But I'm so happy that you are actually getting the medal that you so dearly deserve. You are so worth it. I can't see anyone else really that have been building bridges just like you over so long period of time, and it's just amazing to follow and to see what you have done over the years. I wish someone living in a big white house somewhere else in the US would understand a bit more of this, how you build bridges and connect people. Maybe you could inspire all the way to the top, Lee. Anyway, it's amazing that you are almost turning 75 today. Only a few days left from when I record this. It says something about my age as well, and that's part of the story. But it's fantastic to see that you are able to celebrate this big day. And I know there is no excuse for me not being there. There is absolutely no excuse. I should have, and I'm so sorry I can't. My year was truly amazing at your place. It's I have to stop walking. I just have to say that I often refer to that year as a defining moment or a defining time in my life, because it really had great impact on me, and I would have it opened my eyes to the bigger world. It really did, and it has impacted my choices in life to a great extent. So it was really a game changer, and you are a big part of that, Lee. So I'm forever grateful to you and the family for giving me this opportunity. I hope that you feel the love from us and from me and my family. Thank you for being my good friend, and I hope that you will stay around for many more years, and I do expect you to come to Sweden one of these days. Don't wait too long, Lee. There are lots of things to see and to show in Sweden, so take good care on your big day, and God bless. All best to you, and see you soon. Bye bye.
Hello, Lee. Happy birthday and congratulations with the St. Olav medal. It is so well deserved after 50 years of promoting Norway in the United States. You've done a great job. I'm proud of you. And I'm also very happy to be present at your 75th birthday in a few days from now. Today is the 11th of March, and we're at the cottage in the mountains, and it's still about at least 1.5 meters of snow. Some places more than, you have to go back to 1927 to have as much snow as this year. I've just been skiing for 3.5 hours. Still have to catch my breath. Let's see, what can I say about my year in Caledonia, except that it was the best year of my life. Had lots of fun, got to see lots of places, get to know lots of new people. And I remember us crushing cans, remember? We set them up in 2 rows, and then we crushed them as fast as we could. Collected money for Rachel's bank account. And of course the greatest thing that happened that year was the birth of Jacob. Made the family complete with 1 daughter and 1 son. And now I left in '84, so it's 34 years since I left. And I will be back for your big celebrations. See you soon. Bye bye.
Congratulations, Lee, on being awarded the St. Olav Medal. On behalf of my family, Janine, and all the children, we are very proud of your work being recognized in this way. We have always enjoyed you, enjoyed your company, enjoyed your energy and your initiative and your patience and persistence in staying in touch with all these people all over the world, and especially in Norway and Scandinavia. And you are a worthy recipient of this honor. Congratulations to you.
Greetings, Lee and Gail, and welcome to our kitchen. I had hoped to show you a nice view of the sea and the inlet of Gothenburg, but the weather is not cooperating today. Here I live with my husband Henrik and our 3 children, Ruth Elisabeth, turning 23 next month, Peter, soon 21, and Solveig, 18. The 2 older ones are actually living in other parts of Sweden for their studies, and we have a 19-year-old boy, Yuma Khan, from Afghanistan, living with us since June last year. I arrived Caledonia and the Grippen's family in August '86, and I experienced a warm welcoming being your first exchange daughter. You all, including the grandmas, made me feel at home and part of the family, and the day my stay was over, I had a hard time to separate from the 2 lovely kids, Rachel and Jacob, at that time 8 and 3 years old. The Norwegian part of visiting the Grippens and being a part of your YFU program was a big experience. In your area, I met the most Norwegians I ever met. Lee and Gail, you really made me work as an ambassador for Norway. And yes, it was intensive and a high tempo, and I might have felt tired of this never-ending interest in Norway. I don't know how many times I showed my old-fashioned slides, wore my bunad, and spontaneously was asked to speak about Norway. The visit in Caledonia, in Minnesota, actually made my identity stronger as a Norwegian. Today, I am an immigrant myself, living in Sweden, and I now see the importance of holding on to what makes me feel Norwegian and what I want to bring further for our children. Special memories from my year must be our road trips. Gail took me, Grandma Florence, and the kids on a fantastic trip to Yellowstone. And later the same year, back in Norway, Lee, Grandma Leona, and I had a trip through Norway, and we visited nearly every fjord. During the decades, Lee has arranged several reunions in Norway with us exchange students and friends from Scandinavia. And Lee, I must say you have a special skill keeping in touch with us all, writing your personal letters. And for many years, Gail shipped personal gifts to us for Christmas. Who knows how many stamps you must have bought through your life. You have been amazing in keeping up the contact.
Thank God for internet.
Thank you, Lee and Gail, for hosting me and giving me a special experience in my youth. And thank you for still keeping in touch with us all and let us be a part of your lives today. I and my family, including my parents, Live and Alf, find you as a worthy receiver of this award. Congratulations.
You might notice that this is not Oslo, Norway, it's Norway, Oslo. I'm in Cape Town, South Africa now, and especially to congratulate you with your great medal and with your birthday that's coming up next week. And we are so happy to be able to come and see you in Caledonia this summer. Goodbye!
Hip hip, hooray, hooray, hooray! Greetings, Lee and Gail from us in Linköping. We are so glad that you are receiving a very special prize today, St. Olav's Medal.
We are also very happy to congratulate you from Sweden.
You are truly worth this. Over the years you have done a great job. I have many great memories from my year back in Caledonia over 20 years ago, and we are very happy and looking forward to meet you in September this year in Linköping.
Congratulations!
Hailey! Happy birthday! And congratulations with your St. Olav medal. Gratulerer med dagen, 75 år, wow! Jeg bodde hos dere, I lived with you in 1990-91, and it was an amazing year in Caledonia. I think it's one of the best years I've ever had. And I remember living with Muffin, your dog, and Rachel, who was 12, and Jacob being 6. And I think we had this snowy winter in Caledonia as well. We had a lot of snow days. And I remember I had to shovel the snow. And we also did a lot of fun things. I have never been singing in 3 choirs ever since that time. Church choir, school choir, and swing choir. And luckily you gave me the opportunity also to play American football, which I very much enjoyed. So, and we've had the pleasure of having you here quite a few times in Norway, and I hope to see you really soon. And I wish you all the best. I wish I could have been there when you got this honor and this medal, and I also think that Gail and Rachel and Jacob also deserves a little bit of it. But thank you for being you.